Welcome in. Thank you guys for turning into the channel. Today what I want to discuss is bird dogs. What are they? Why do you need them? Hey, but before we do that, I need you to smash that like button, then give me that thumbs up, subscribe, and make sure you turn on the notifications so you can get these gems wherever you're at. We'll make sure we get them to you. But anyways, with that being said, I want to talk about bird dogs. A lot of people hear the term in real estate, bird dogs. And a lot of people that's watching this, if you want to become a bird dog, I'm actively looking for some. So let me explain first, what is a bird dog? A bird dog essentially is somebody that's willing to go put in some time because they don't really have any money. They're willing to go put in some time, in essence, get return, in exchange, get return value from you. So either figure out how to do real estate deals or just get money from you, right? So that's all a bird dog is. Somebody that's willing to put in the work and time and effort. Say, for instance, you got a marketing strategy that's knocking doors. And this is where I've had a ton of bird dogs before. What I used to do years ago is I would train a bird dog how to go and knock doors, because I knew knocking doors was a time-intensive activity. So how can I get the most out of my time? I train somebody that particular niche in the industry. I teach them how to go door knock. And in return, what'll happen is I'm training, I'm becoming a leader, and I'm actually working on something that I need to work on for the team in the future, right? So how it benefited me from having bird dogs is because I became a leader. I became a leader in the industry, or I became a leader to my bird dogs. In essence, when I first hired my first employee, it was almost the exact same scenario, and I wasn't nervous because I had already trained other people before. So it's a perfect opportunity for you to get hands-on training with people just by leveraging their time with your knowledge. How do you find bird dogs? That's question number 2. How do you find bird dogs? With that, I'll be honest with you, it's pretty simple. You can literally get on Craigslist and go to the real estate section for housing and type in bird dogs, and you will see a ton of bird dog posts. You can go to RIA groups, which is Dallas Real Estate Investor Network, or Dallas Real Estate Investor Network Association, but they're everywhere. If you're in a major city, they have at least 5 or maybe 20 of them if you're in a major city, depending on where you're at. But I'm pretty sure there are a ton out there, and then you can start building your team. That's really the biggest thing. You start building a team, that way your business don't require as much from you anymore, because you've leveraged other people's time. So now you get a ton of questions about, hey, I got a lead here, and now you can go with that particular bird dog on the lead. You can teach them how to run the lead, or if your agreement is just for them to bring you distressed property. Say you're looking to drive for dollars and you're looking to add to that particular list. Boom, you just get the bird dog set up on your software, and that bird dog will go drive, and when they see particular lists, they'll reach and put them in the Deal Machine app or the Propelio Driving for Dollars app, whatever the case may be. But when you do that, what'll end up happening is your list grows tremendously on a house that you never even saw, right? So now your list, we grew our Driving for Dollars list. At one point it was 500. Once we added about 7-8 bird dogs on our team, and I call them mentees. It was a mentorship for me. They're called bird dogs, that's the term, but I called them I was mentoring them. So in that process, we went from 500 properties to over 2,500 properties in about 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 months, right? And, they was just adding a ton of Driving for Dollars, right? So that was a perfect thing. We put everybody in the group me. We kept it organized that way. I told people if I sent them lists, I gave them free pre-foreclosure lists. I gave them a map of me uploading the pre-foreclosures on Google. So I had a video, or I had one of my VAs uploaded for them and share them all the data, and then I would get them all kind of lists they would need. I just wanted to make it as friendly as possible. That way, they'll think it's a nice experience. And if they got a deal or if they didn't get a deal, it wasn't my fault, right? It was because they had to put in the work. So I would literally take them with me. I would teach them what I did. Well, that's essentially how we had ours set up. We had our bird dogs on agreement for a year. So the way they got compensated in my business was I would teach you everything you're gonna know, because I can't teach them everything I'm gonna know, because I'm pretty sure we're gonna go over different scenarios with the deals and leads that they have. But I'm gonna teach them everything that they're gonna know about real estate. In essence, what we do is, for the first year, we had a agreement signed up, and it was a non-compete, so they couldn't do any deals without us. But essentially what it was I leveraged their time and they leveraged my knowledge. That was the give and take. I leveraged their time, they leveraged my knowledge. So if they wanted to go out and do some marketing, say it was cold calling, text messages, RVMs, whatever the case may be, they went out there, spent their money on it. And then if they got a lead, we'll split it 50-50. But for that whole year, they could ask me any questions about my business. How would I handle this? We put on marketing, we put on cold calling sessions where I trained them how to cold call. We put on sessions as far as RVMs. Like I said, that was getting as much data or as little data as they wanted or needed. We literally gave them everything that they possibly needed to be successful in that. As a real estate investor, the only thing that was missing is money to market, which they had to come up with their own money, and effort it took to actually get a deal from door knocking. So that's the benefits. So the reason why you would want them and what's the benefits to you is like you leverage their time. And ultimately, if you're going to be doing some cheap forms of marketing, it's probably best to get a team of people that's willing to put in some time and do the work for you, as opposed to you doing all the work. Because let's face it, door knocking, that's a lot of time. It's very time intensive. It don't cost a lot of money, but it's very time intensive. So it's essentially a job. And then once you take that out of there, whatever other forms of marketing you have, cold calling, essentially a job. If you're going to be a one-man show, you would love for somebody else to take 600-700 calls, 800, 1,000 calls a week for you. That way, it don't cost you to do that, right? And 1,000 calls a week is probably 4 or 5 hours a week. Maybe more than that. Yeah, it's probably 10 hours a week. Yeah, to be honest with you, and that's if they're not even having conversations. That's just them dialing through 100 numbers in an hour. So with that being said, definitely, Bird Dogs is a great way to use it. Like I said, RIA groups is a place where you can actually figure out exactly where they are. So that's basically it. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you liked it or found some kind of value, hey, smash the like button, and definitely make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Typically, we're dropping these type of videos at least 2 to 3 times a week. I like to turn it up a little bit more. When I do, I'll let you know. Right now, we're dropping them at least 2 to 3 times a week, and I'm teaching you how to be a better investor and where you want to take your business. So definitely reach out to me if you have any questions, concerns about anything, and look in the comments. I'll definitely have a couple of links in there below on contracts, how to make your offer, whatever the case may be, so you can be successful at what you're doing. Keep winning.